Hello and welcome back to another installment of Pokey Fodder, and hello and welcome to version 5.0.0. The first thing you're going to notice is the user interface, the UI, is totally different. My initial thoughts. I don't even know where to begin with my initial thoughts. First things first, let's go over some of the changes that are driving people mad. First things, if you tap on your name, you will see your records information. It has moved. It is no longer in the same spot. You tap your name to find that. To find the room matches, you tap on this little, in the quest, you tap on this little invisible arrow up here, and it'll pull out a slide screen for you. That takes care of that. To find your daily missions, you go here. To find featured duels, you go here. And I'm told as of right now, everything is super buggy. I don't know why they cannot get this right. They have to beta test this stuff, but too many people on my Discord are saying the duels don't play, they freeze, it says the game's not available. I haven't tried to look at the duels, but here's what we have. We have new feature duels, which there's 3. Not sure what makes these 3 special. And I have no idea what makes them different than the Spotlight duels. But here's the Spotlight. And I guess the Spotlight are the duels that we are accustomed to seeing. But then if you want to see duels from the Legend, Master, Ultra League, you have options for that. And a good thing about this update is now you can search for a duel. What's going to happen is after you complete a duel, you're going to have a duel ID at the bottom of your win or loss screen. You can tap on the copy. I have a note open on my iOS device, so I have notes and I just save it there. And then I do a little dash and I title, why am I saving this? I love this feature for doing videos. What this is going to allow me to do is I can play a match. Instead of having to record every single match and hope that something good happens, I can play every match. If something good happens, I can copy, paste, then replay and record it like that. We have this information and mail button here. So you bring up your information. We got new Pokemon, 5 is out. Cool. It took way longer than expected. And then this is, you touch on these little tabs up here, and then you get your messages. You do get, if you haven't logged in, go log in, because you're going to get a UX, cube, ingot, and metal. Very nice. And the ingot is 180,000 gold. Not complaining about that. Now, let's talk about what I feel is the worst part of this update. If you go and look at the boosters, you will notice that there is a recommended and a 10-pack, which has the new Pokemon. And then you have a recommended, which is the quads and the doubles and the singles that you're accustomed to. And a 10-pack that has older figures plus the new EX or UX. The worst move if you are free to play. This is awful. This is terrible for the state of the game, bar none. Because now what you've done is you are asking the people who are free to play, who have to save probably a considerable amount of time to get to 500 gems, you're now asking them to choose between, do you want the older figures or do you want the new figures? Obviously, I'm not free to play, but this really makes me mad. The loyalty bonus was a step towards distancing the pay-to-play and the free-to-play players. And I think this, I hope I'm wrong about this, but I think this just absolutely ruins the game if you're trying to be free to play. I am not happy about this. I don't know if you can tell or not, and I don't know if I can say it enough or not, but if you're free to play and you quit this game, I don't blame you at all at this point, because this just reeks of a money grab. And it's very disappointing to me. And I know that this game cannot survive if it's not pulling in revenue, but there are plenty of gacha games that don't basically tell free-to-play you're not welcome here. And unfortunately, my initial thought on this system is telling free-to-play you're not welcome here anymore. And that makes me really sad. I'm interested to see what Stay-at-Home Dad, what his thoughts of this on this are. He is completely free-to-play, and he knows how long it takes to save up gems better than I do. And I'm interested to see what his opinion of this is. And if he's not completely devastated and hurt and upset by this game that he's put so much time into by this, I don't blame him at all. Somewhere lost in all of the notices is the Orbital Hall. The Orbital Hall is water type gain +1 MP, the grass type gain +20 on their white and gold attacks, which means at the end of that, we will probably most likely have a water gem. When you signed on today, you got a 100 gem and a Kyogre bonus. So if you didn't have a Kyogre previously, you now have one, although it's not super useful. But I do find it funny that I was referencing the Break Energy, I believe in yesterday's video, and here they're gifting you a Pokemon with Break Energy. Maybe there's still hope. Not really, but maybe. You also get 20 gems for the extended maintenance period. And I already said that as a one-time login bonus, you're going to get the UX items. There's a lot to go over, and I hate to sound defeated, but I'm kind of defeated by this update. If we look at what's available, we got Primarina, which is a water fairy type. We're just going to kind of quickly go over this because there's a handful of new Pokemon. My initial thoughts are they're all very underwhelming. At the same time, they're all niche pieces that can help fit into a specific deck. So for that aspect of it, I like them. I don't think any of these are going to be meta changing. There's a lot of hype about a couple of them right now, but I think when the dust settles on this, I don't know that much is going to be left behind other than just, well, that was cool. Primarina, if this Pokemon is not affected by a special condition, while this Pokemon is on the field, the effects of round become damage is multiplied by the number of your own Pokemon on the field that also have round or sing. Really, I think this helps round decks, I believe. 4 Miss, 20 Aqua Jet, which is gold. Sparkling Aria removes the burn condition from all Pokemon. Fire type Pokemon on the field spin. Those that spin white attacks gain weight 3. Balloon Flight. If this Pokemon's in this Pokemon's next battle, it cannot be knocked out. Miss and then Sing, which is going to put your opponents to sleep. I have zero opinion of that Pokemon other than it doesn't interest me in any way, shape, or form. I don't run around deck. I do like the 109 attack, and I do like the gold, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion of it. We'll just go with that. Tapu Fini is going to close out the 4 Tapu lines. And look at all the miss on this. Even at level 10, you're still going to have 11 miss, which is a substantial amount. We have a Water Fairy type with Misty Surge. This ability is only valid on your turn, just like all the Tapus. This Pokemon can MP move past non-fairy type Pokemon on the field. When this Pokemon is on the field, whenever your water type Pokemon move from the bench, they may only move to a point 1 step away from an entry point. This ends your turn. Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon are not affected by any new special conditions. Basically, what I'm reading that to mean is when this Pokemon is on the field, all your water type Pokemon develop Long Throw. That is his built-in plate. If you think about all the other Tapus, they all have built-in plates. 32 Wheel Slice of Dazzling Gleam, which does 79 damage. If there is a different opponent Pokemon on a surrounding point, that Pokemon must spin again. If it misses, it is knocked out. I hope I don't ever face a Tapu Fini because I'm for sure getting knocked out. Muddy Water, we know what that does. That's going to move the Pokemon, and if there's a Pokemon behind it, they're going to both move back. And I want to say that this is Pony Wish, although it wouldn't surprise me if it was Pawnee Wish, because it's Hawaiian. You may select one opposing Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon and the selected opposing Pokemon are excluded from the duel. Being able to banish your opponent's Pokemon is such a devastation for your opponent. I really wish they'd get away from the banishing. To me, that's not a fun mechanic. Yes, it is super cool when you're rolling your dragons and you exclude your opponent. That is super cool to do. At the same time, it's a terrible mechanic for the game because the game is not completely skill-based. It just leaves a crippling effect to one bad roll. You have Primarina's Underling form. In battles on your turn, this Pokemon deals plus 20 damage. I think it's Brion. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. It's got Balloon Dance. We already went over that. And then it's got Sing to put people to sleep. Golisopod is one that people are talking about. It's a bug water type. When this Pokemon is attacked, it may switch with a Pokemon on your bench that is neither Wimpod nor Golisopod. No battles are triggered. If it does, this Pokemon and the Pokemon that have switched both gain weight. It's 1 MP, has 24 Sword Dance, which if it lands, it's going to keep spinning until Sword Dance doesn't land. And then damage is going to be multiplied by 2. It has a 40 Wheel Slice of Flying Blow. This Pokemon jumps over its battle opponent and lands 1 step away. And then 24 Wheel Slice of Aqua Jet 50 with an 8 miss. If this weren't 1 MP, it would be usable. Because it's 1 MP, I don't know. I know that there's a lot of excitement. It probably will get used in the gym a lot. Just know that you can't attack it. It's not going to work out for you. Same thing for Tapu Fini, quite honestly. I don't think I'm going to be attacking into Tapu Fini, especially if there's a 3M Pokemon on my entry point, because they're going to banish your goalie, and then they're going to take your goal. Just another cheese win. Then there's Poplio, which, as I feared, all the purple attacks of battle opponents of this opponent become misses. It doesn't really even matter what the rest of its wheel is. That is so ridiculously good, especially with as much gold or purple as there is in the meta. You have Wimpod, which is the underpod of Golisopod. And basically it's the same thing. You can't attack it. It can swap out. Think of Cosmo Energy and how the Deoxys can swap when you try to attack it. The difference here being is there's no attack after the swap. Sand Attack, the battle opponent has weight, and then it has Aqua Jet. Not a very strong Pokemon here, but because it is Bug Water, you can use Molting Energy to evolve it, should you choose. I can see this being used where you can set up a way to take their goal with a 3MP Pokemon or something. Set up some kind of cheese, things like that. I could see that being used. Don't think it'll get used a whole lot. And that is it for the new water types. Quickly moving over to the other 10 packs, you have Mega Sceptile. When this Pokemon moves from the bench to the field, or when this Pokemon appears as a Mega Evolution, move Grass type, Flying type, and Bug type Pokemon from your PC to your bench. Your Grass type Pokemon and your Dragon type Pokemon deal plus 10 damage. I will tell you this, if you go to my Twitter, I have a little snippet of a video, and just like all Pokemon do, the very first roll I ever take with this thing was a miss. It's good stuff. Looking at the wheel, Leaf Blade 90, which is exactly the same as what Sceptile is. Now, the caveat to that is going to be when you evolve it, it's going to become 100, and then because you're going to get a plus 20 damage, I believe, that's going to give you... I don't remember. I think it stacks. You get 10 for being grass and 10 for being dragon, if I'm not mistaken. So that's actually going to put you at a 120 attack, and it can spin for 50 more. And then you get this tail missile, the battle opponent, and the Pokemon behind it in a straight line spin. those that spend purple attacks are knocked out. I can see that being useful. I think this is okay. The max revive is super nice. 3MP doesn't really seem all that useful because you can't move over other Pokemon. You're rarely going to be in a position that it's going to help you by being 3MP. And then 0 miss at level 5. Moving on quickly to Mega Blaziken. This Pokemon can MP move over other Pokemon on the field. Opposing Pokemon moved over in this way are now burned. Your fire type Pokemon and your fighting type Pokemon deal plus 10. It is essentially the same wheel as Blaziken, except for this will only have 4 miss at level 5. Wall Crusher, move the battle opponent to a spot 1 step away from the battle opponent. If there's a Pokemon in that spot, then the Pokemon moves to its PC. The battle opponent gains weight. And then you have Jet Kick and Flare Blitz, which are exactly the same. This purple is a nerf. I kind of feel like Rubber Chicken is better than Mega Blaziken. And Mega Swampert is 1 MP. Why a Mega is 1 MP is beyond me. You can move under while this Pokemon is on the field. Your water type Pokemon and ground type Pokemon gain +1 up to a maximum of 3. Your water type Pokemon and your ground type Pokemon deal plus 10. So it's actually 1 MP but moves up to 2 MP. I don't think people are going to even run Swampert to be able to evolve to Mega Swampert. I will go into more detail on some of these figures. I kind of feel like the buffs to Yveltal and Xerneas were actually better than the new figures. And, oh, we did get this new tray over the enhancement booster. You don't get figures out of it. You're going to get a rare metal and then get a cube and Carmonite. Carmonite, at least 1. Okay. And then you can get any assortment. It's all random. Any number of Carmonite, any one of the, but you're going to get 1 of each of the items, which is cool. It's just going to give you something every day. I think it's $4.99 for that, and you're going to get an extra 100 gems. If you could do worse, I think if you're free to play, I don't know that it's really worth it because you're probably already swimming in gold, like I said yesterday. And I'm done talking about 5.0. There it is. I'm done being negative. It's not my favorite update, and we're just going to leave it at that. Time will tell how good it ends up being. I'm trying to make use of Yveltal. I'm going to jump into one match. As you can see, because I have 8 keys, I've lost 2 matches. I tried running a dark tropical deck and lost both my games. Oh, this is going to be, you know what? This is not going to be fun at all. I don't have a runner. I'm just going to let the AI go with this. I don't feel like thinking the amount of thinking that it's going to take to try to compete against this deck. And really his only option is going to be attack. I would hope that he attacks with Leo. And he doesn't. So this could be pretty bad news. Nope. I will say that I feel like the AI is better. Although the AI did... This is going to be an endless cycle until I don't roll... Okay, he's going to go block. The AI had Deoxys attack form, attacked Moltres on the goal, and I had another Pokemon set up to surround when he covered his goal again. And attacked Moltres, had a winning roll against Moltres, re-rolled Moltres into dodge or something, or the roost or something, and then the opponent brought out another Pokemon to surround, and I ended up losing the game like 5 turns from there. Why the AI would do that is completely beyond me, but for the most part the AI is better. And right now the AI is just pimp slapping these Deoxys speed forms all over the board. If he rolls fly here, that's probably GG boys. as Rico says. I like when Rico says that. It's kind of funny. GG boys. And that was interesting. Wonder if he's gonna. No, see, it's plays like this. Tapu Koko doesn't even have a purple slice. Why are you spinning? Why are you X speeding? He doesn't even have purple. How hard is that to program? I don't know. So the AI took what was a favorable position and turned it into an unfavorable position. I don't know what you do here. I wouldn't bring Deoxys out. Okay. So a Slippy-Doo? Nope. See, like right there. Why would you respin that? Makes 0 sense to me. You can't win anymore. I would like to see him bring Lunala out and attack Coco, but no. We're going to go for the slip. You got me. God, I feel so salty on this video. And I'm not trying to be. God. That's wow. Oh my gosh. Like there, I can't even tell you what I think of my opponent right now. Yeah. That was something that you just saw. Here we go. We're going to pop this open. Get a Seedot, a Larion, and a Cube Uncommon. That's going to wrap up today's video. It ended up being rather long, and I didn't go into a whole lot of detail. I will take the rest of today to go over some of the stuff, maybe do some spotlight features on some of the Pokemon. I'm definitely not super interested in pulling a lot of these Pokemon. On my Discord, this reminded me, on my Discord, I set up a room where you can post your duel match numbers and then just put a note next to it why you're wanting to, like why you're posting that up. Nobody wants to see that match that I just showed with the AI. Nobody wants to rewatch that. But if you have one of the new figures and something happened in the game that showcases one of that figure's abilities or cheese way to win with that figure, please go to my Discord and then post up the room number, the match number. Add to it, say, Tapu Fini, banish goalie for win, so that I know what it is I'm looking at. And then I will try to compile some recordings of a lot of these new Pokemon so that I can see exactly what they do. And then it gets a better feature video for you guys to watch. And I'll even give you a shout out. Anyway, that's going to wrap up today's video. Let me know your thoughts on the banner. Do you like the new... Here, we'll break this down. Do you like the new user interface? Do you think you'll grow to like it? And what do you think about the new Pokemon? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time.